Yo, we're back. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever the hell you celebrate. Enjoy the arguments with your family. The holidays are here. We're right in the middle of it. We're right in the middle of week 17 of the NFL, last week. And we're going to get three picks today from Jordan, from George, and we got a special guest, OG Bobby Mack. We wanted to bring somebody in who has been doing this longer than anybody that I know. He was picking games while you were just a freaking sperm in your dad's nutsack. So
before that,
yep. He is going to nail it down for you today. We're going to start with Jordan. Jordan, who you got this week, man?
All right, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Week 17, always a tough one to know who's playing, who's not playing, who's still interested, who's packing up to go to Malibu, who's packed it in already, who's still playing for the coach. But there's some money to be made this week. My first pick, I really like Washington plus 10.5 at Dallas here. Dallas, of course, still has something to play for. Washington does not. I have not seen Dallas put away too many games recently. I think this is a lot of points in a division rivalry. I like Washington to come in there, keep it close. Dallas should win, maybe by 7, not by 10.5.
Yeah, Dallas. When you say the Cowboys, I don't trust anything anymore that comes from them. And, I don't trust them at all. I lay off that game 100%. What's your next pick, George?
All right, next up, Cleveland minus 2.5 at Cincy, okay? I think Cincy played a tough game last week. They kind of gave it all. That was their game. I'll take the talent here. Both these teams are done. That line's too low. I think Cleveland has a bunch of stat patterns on their team. They're still going to be out to make their money and try to score as many points as they can. And I think they're a better club than Cincy. Expect wind in this game, upwards of 16 miles an hour. So the total has been dropping on it. I like Cleveland with the better run game to pound the ball here with their two running backs. Give me Cleveland.
George, what you think about that pick?
I think it's a real worthless game to try to find someone to pick here. We can go outside and throw rocks at the wall. It'll be about as interesting. This is a game that you should stay away from and just save your money for something better.
That's Bobby the picks.
Bobby, what you think about Jordan's pick there, Cleveland Browns?
I picked Cleveland in the game. I agree, but I kind of agree with George. It's worthless. I mean, I don't know who's going to be up for the game. Since he still tried last week, but they just don't win. So maybe he's got something there, but it really is meaningless.
That was a good game in Miami last week. They actually fought pretty hard. Andy Dalton's still a pretty good quarterback as well.
That game was over. 20,000 people and 6 minutes to go. It was a 22-point game. And it was over.
Good game.
Pretty awesome. Jordan, number 3, what you got?
Pittsburgh at Baltimore. Expect Lamar Jackson MVP. No Lamar Jackson, no Mark Ingram. That's why this line is so low. Pittsburgh has a really good defense. I haven't seen very much of RG3. He hasn't played for a while. My pick here is under 37.5. Was 38.5. It's moving down. Give me the under in this game.
It's interesting. I don't know if I touch this one, man. I mean, anytime somebody's resting the starters, you never know exactly what's going to happen. So I don't touch it. Bobby, what do you think?
It's like an exhibition game for Baltimore. They wrapped up everything already. So Pittsburgh's favored on the road. And they kind of need the game because Tennessee could definitely lose.
Yeah.
So they're going to play hard.
Tennessee's lost the last 2, so they can definitely lose. Everyone here loves Tennessee. John strokes them every week. They keep losing every week.
This is Baltimore's backup quarterback against Pittsburgh's third-string quarterback. I'll take the under there all day long.
I would agree with him again. I mean, Pittsburgh don't score against anybody.
Yeah, the under's probably the play there, but again, stay away from the weird game.
Yeah.
Agreed. Agreed.
Finally, I got New Orleans minus 13 at Carolina. Carolina's packed it up. They're done. We got Greer quarterbacking there. Rivera, I think he was a better coach and was holding that team together more than anybody gave him credit for. Riverboat Ron, with him gone, they have nothing to play for. This is going to be a blowout. 13 is a lot of points. New England still has something to play for. I'm generally not a fan of money lines, but this is the most sure thing of the week.
New Orleans, right?
Pay the money. Take New Orleans minus 700. Bet the house on it and make a little bit of money.
Yeah, I love New Orleans this week. Bobby?
Yeah, I wouldn't lay 700, but they're going to win. I mean, it's, kind of free money, I guess, but I still wouldn't lay 700 on any NFL game. But no, Carolina packed it in because I bet them last week.
This weekend will be a tough weekend for the house. We're going to be buried on a lot of teasers.
Yep.
New Orleans is going to be one of the huge ones. Green Bay, Kansas City, all of my picks, because I think stop playing around and just go with the power. The teams that need to win are going to crush this week. Those three teams are going to be wrapped up in so many teasers. Hopefully one of them lose, but I think the three of them are going to walk over the rest of these games this weekend.
Well, you're not picking the Dolphins to cover this week?
I think the Dolphins are a great bet this week as well, but I would stay away from it. But I think that's a good bet. They do
like
fight.
The Dolphins and the Giants,
this last game. They're going to fight for them.
All right, George, give us your three, bud.
Like I said, I'm going with the power. I was talking to Jordan. You got to go with the power week 17. New Orleans, minus 13 the week. If they win this week, they get the bye, look to crush. Green Bay, same thing, looking for the bye. And Kansas City, I think all three of those are just going to crush and run away with games that they want to play against teams that aren't really giving
What's the line on the Green Bay and KC games?
12 and a half.
13.
Oh, 13 already. You see that? He knows.
It's already up. Yeah, it just keeps going. It'll be probably 14 by game time. If you want to get on it early. There's going to be a billion teasers on this game this weekend.
So what's the line you like them at?
I like to lay in the 13. I'll lay anything up to 17 in that game.
Oh, my God.
In which game? That's KC or Green Bay?
Green Bay game.
Green Bay. All right.
I agree with it on Green Bay. With the KC game, expect some weather in that game as well. Mahomes is a little banged up. I think they will win, but I'm not sure they don't get up. And then we get a backdoor cover when they rest their starters at the end of the game.
Mahomes loves the bad weather.
That one.
I think Mahomes loves the bad weather. He runs around like a child. He's doing snow angels before the game. I think he just eats it up. I think it's better for him.
Bobby, what do you think?
Well, I need the teasers to go down, so my best chances you're saying are the LA Chargers in Detroit. It's not good. I give Carolina no chance, but
yeah,
I got to root for Detroit and the Chargers, and I'm giving you Chiefs as one of my picks, so that's not a good sign.
There you go.
It's going to be a blowout. Everybody's got it right. It's going to be a blowout. I want to be. I'm the house, and I want to play for the Miracles.
So I'm assuming, Bobby, that your picks are close to George's. What you got? What's your three?
KC minus the 9 or whatever it was. George knows more than me because I think the Chargers packed it in a few weeks ago, and KC still needs to play.
Yeah,
and it's KC, and if it's bad weather, they're just not even going to care, and they're just going to leave. My other one, I don't like Dallas, and I don't like Philly. I think they're both going to lose.
I try to stay away from the NFC East because my heart, gambling 101, don't bet with your heart. I've been on Dallas 2 weeks in a row. They've broken my heart 2 weeks in a row. I'm staying completely away from the NFC East, but I agree with Bobby. I can see them both losing this week and just going in backwards to the playoffs.
What's the prop for the date that Jason Garrett gets fired? I think that's probably what I'm
pretty good. Fire him, right?
They have to fire him because they didn't give him a contract. He's a lame duck. So without a contract, Jerry Jones set himself up in the right situation because he can do nothing, and he's looking for a coach in the offseason. And
essentially not renewing his contract is this.
But when did they make it official? Tuesday or Monday? Monday or Tuesday? Did they make it official?
Yeah.
They don't get in.
Yeah.
Well, he's officially off contract once the season ends, I would assume.
As soon as the season's over, they say, thank you. You fulfilled your contract. No need for an awkward firing, and we'll be looking for another coach.
What ends up they get in and they win 2 games in the playoffs? So what happens?
That would be great.
That's actually their worst case scenario.
For the future, for sure, yes.
Yeah. And I am pretty sure that's not going to happen. Those guys, I've used this analogy before. They're like the 6'4" athlete that is a complete stud with all the God-given ability in the world that sits on the fucking couch all day and smokes bong hits. Then his parents tell him he needs to get a job. He goes and gets a job, and he works really hard for one day, and then he reverts back to going onto the couch and taking bong hits. That's the Dallas Cowboys to me.
Like I told you before, they're soft. That's SOFT. They're soft. That's it. Dallas is soft.
I think the whole place is in disarray.
Yeah.
And Washington still tries. I got to be honest with you. They don't win, but they try.
All right, well, that's going to do it for this episode of Your Team Sucks Club. We'll talk to y'all soon.
Have a good one.